Okay, so we're here to talk about WordPress security and what can we do about securing our WordPress website. I'm João Ogando, and I'm from Shadow Domain Global Systems in Florida, United States. So I hope you enjoy, and in the end, if you need, you can do the questions as you want. Meanwhile, you can ask the questions on the chat while my associate is there waiting for your questions. Thank you. So, about WordPress security. WordPress, it's a bit like a terror movie. It's wonderful, but in the end, you can run, but you can't hide. It's very easy. It's very easy, and if major corporations are being attacked, if they want to go onto your website, they will go. But you can protect the most in several different ways. So let's understand how you can do it. So we're going to talk about secure WordPress hosting, updated PHP versions, SSL HTTPS certificates, rules about usernames and passwords, updates, block WordPress admin during the lockdown, two-factor authentication, how to hide WordPress version, and WordPress security plugins. About the secure WordPress hosting, it's very easy. Hosting should be as important for your sites like your house is for you. It's very, very simple. You like when you get into your house, you usually lock the door when you arrive, or at least you close the door. And when you leave, you're locking the door with your keys. So if you want to have your house safe, why don't you want to have your website safe? And it's easy to do it. A good hosting solution might have paid or free services like backup systems, malware removal, and DDoS protection. Sometimes the values of the hosting services are different from one operator to the other, but sometimes they offer services that you have to read on the descriptions because sometimes they can really, really help you. About updated PHP version, it's important that in your hosting solution you have the ability to make PHP versions upgrade. So usually you can do it when you have a hosting solution based on cPanel. Usually you can do it to update the latest versions in PHP. Usually they allow you to do changes between the last 4 or 5 PHP versions. And it's important because sometimes you want to update a plugin and it says this new version, it's not supported by your PHP version, so you need to upgrade your PHP version. So therefore, if you want to keep your plugins updated, and you should, so you have to update first the PHP version. It's easy to do it, but if you don't know how to do it, ask somebody who can do it. Now about usernames and passwords. Usernames and passwords must have special characters, numbers, uppercase letters, lowercase letters, and it must be at least 12 characters long. So I'm going to show you now a website that helps us very much on testing the passwords. So this is a website from the University of Illinois at Chicago, and this is a test trend passwords page. So I'm going to put this link on the chat, so you can use it later. And as you can see now, this is red, everything. And I'm going to write my name, João, Tiago. And as you can see, it's very weak. So I'm going to use just João with a capital O. Look, uppercase letters, it improved immediately. Now I'm going to place here some symbols, some numbers, I still have just 9 characters, so I'm going to add another symbol, and maybe I have another symbol here. So another capital letter probably. Yeah. So as you can see, I don't have any deductions because I have all the requirements they ask for a good password. And it's very, very important to have a very, very strong password. About usernames, you should understand that when you install the WordPress, you should avoid the admin name. That's the name that all the installations give you by default. Yeah, it gives you the admin user as default, and all the when people try to access a website for trying to log in and to use from your website, they will try to go to your WP admin login page, and they will try the admin user. I'm going to show you how in a while. Just changing this one. I can show it in here. I'm going to show you in some minutes in this site, okay? So this is about passwords. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the WordPress updates. How should you do it? When you enter your website and you have the WordPress needs to update to version 5.9.1, that's the last one now. And you see that and you say, oh, I'm going to update to the latest version now. And I have 10 plugins that need update, so I'm going to update them now. No. First of all, make a backup. Then update WordPress. Then update translations. Then update themes. Then update plugins. Verify everything is okay, so your website is working, because sometimes it's not. And when I say update themes, it's because sometimes some plugin or some update from WordPress or from the themes breaks your website. And if when I say to update themes, the plural, because you should only need the theme that you're using. But you should have one basic WordPress theme like 2021 or 2022, because they are very, very simple themes. And if a website is broke, sometimes if you activate it, it will recover and you can work back again on your website and fix what's wrong, okay? So after verify that everything is okay, make another backup, because in the end, this is the backup that you're going to need to stay with, okay? But you stay with both of them, because you might notice tomorrow you have some kind of a problem, and you can restore the website and then try to do it again and understand what went wrong. And I want to show you why do you need to keep your website really updated. We're going back here again to the browser, and we have this patch stack website. I'm going to send you also this one in the chat. And this one will give you the problems from the core WordPress, from the themes, from the plugins. So in this side, you have vulnerabilities for WordPress, Drupal, Joomla, Magento, but we're focused on WordPress here. So as you can see, you have here Amelia, which is a plugin. All these are plugins, by the way. Okay. And you have the name of the plugin, the problem that was found, and this is a very I usually use this one, but now I've replaced it to another one. This is a plugin used in WooCommerce, and it's a problem that it's high severity. It's rated 8.3 out of 10. So it means that this problem it's really, really very, very. You should consider it. Okay, so when you see a 8.3 in the problem in the plugin, you should understand that if you're using it, maybe you should disconnect it. But if you see here, version 2.3.11, and it was found on the 28th of February, probably today there's already a new version and it's fixed, because usually these problems are fixed in a very, very short time, okay? But you can come here and understand. If you have, look, Yoast SEO, it's not very severe, the problem, it's medium severity. With Yoast SEO, it's one of the most used plugins for SEO. WooCommerce itself, it has two major problems here, but it was updated after this one, okay? This was on the 23rd of February. So you can come here, you can put it on your bookmarks, you can come to patch stack and find on this vulnerability database the problems that are affecting your website. So back on WordPress security, we're going to talk also about block WordPress admin lockdown. This means that people can try to go to your website admin page and try to do the login. And how can you prevent this? You can do a lockdown. If people try to enter like 1, 2, 3 times, you can say no, it's not going in any longer. So you can block it. Okay. You can add an extra plugin to do the two-factor authentication, so it's safer. And you can hide your WordPress version, because when hackers want to find your website, they will try to understand what's the version of your WordPress, so they can know what's the vulnerabilities, so they can understand the vulnerabilities of that version, and they can try to attack you. The WordPress security plugin should allow you to make most of these actions. And about WordPress security plugins, there are a lot of them. We use and recommend all-in-one WP security and firewall, but there are things like item security, WordFence, WordPress File Monitor Plus, and block bad queries, BBQ. As I said, we usually use all-in-one WP security and firewall. With this one, you can lock down admin, you can hide your WordPress version, change the WordPress login page on the back office. It's classified 4.8 out of 5 by the WordPress user community, based on more than 1,000 evaluations, and it has over 1 million active installations. So after this, we're going to do some practical work here with the plugin. We're going to use this website, Growing for Kids. It's on maintenance mode, as you can see it in here, and I just installed the plugin. So I'm going here to settings, and I'm going to activate the basics of the plugin. Okay, you have a lot of different. If you don't know how to do it and what this means, sometimes some of the parts I do it by myself, and some of the parts I let my associate António to do this configs. Okay. So for starting, we have here remove WP generator meta info. What is this? So if we come here, I'm going to see the code of WordPress, and I'm going to, okay, I just searched it for WordPress, and here it is, okay, the version of WordPress 5.9.1, and you want to hide this, okay? So I'm just going to check this because I want to remove it. I'm going to save it back here. I just updated the page. I can still find WordPress here just one time, you see? And in the other, there's no longer the other WordPress with the version, okay? It's gone. So this is basic, and it's very easy to do it. So, okay, just like this. Import, export. Okay, so let's go to user accounts. Okay, you don't require to do an action because I'm not using the admin username, okay? So I have 15 points already on this one, 15 on 15, because I don't have admin username. About user login, and this is when you can lock down the admin. Okay, I'm going to check this to activate the lockdown feature. Allow unlock requests. So this means that somebody can send you an email to ask you to unblock the login. Maybe if you have an e-commerce, you can activate this, but since this it's not important for now, I'm going to leave it unmarked. I can let them try to do 3 login attempts. They can retry for every 5 minutes, but I can lock down them for 60 minutes. But I'm going to put like this one whole day, 24 hours, it's 1,440 minutes. And basically this is it. Okay, I can be notified by email, but in this case I won't do it, okay? You can whitelist TPs. Now I can come back to the dashboard just for you to see my score in this moment. It's 40. I'm just near, I'm not even on the green, but the maximum you can achieve is 515. It's not easy to go further than 250, but if you go 250, it will be very, very good on this plugin. The basic firewall, it's still not connected. Okay, this one, the display name. Okay, still have an issue here, but I'm going to deal with this one later because I have to change that name. And this, it's similar to the other website where we were. That will tell you how long it would take to find the password. You see this one, 1 minute 13 seconds. If it's my name, less than 1 second. If I put like, okay, I doubt it would be faster probably, but it's an indicator for you. You can use it and you can try it, okay? So about user registrations. So when you can disapprove the registers. So you need to approve them manually, okay? With this setting, registration captcha. If you have it configured with Google, you can configure it so on login, on registrating here, people will need to accept to enable the captcha. Okay. The registration honeypot, you can activate it, so it's a way that you can understand if it's a real account or if it's a bot doing that registration. You have a lot of configurations you can do, but just to enable the basic firewall protections here, This is to disable, to block access to XML RPC and pingback vulnerability protection. So yes, we're going to activate this. It's very important for security. But if you're using Jetpack, a plugin that I don't advise you to use, maybe it's not a good idea to use it because it will block some of some parts of your website. Okay. Also have here the brute force. Okay. Now, when you want to log in, you will usually do like this: growingthekids.com/wp minus admin. I'm going to do the change here. I'm going to call it kids 22. Going to save settings. Okay. Now this is my admin page. Let me see if you did log me out. No. But I'm going to, log out. And you can see here, kids 22. Okay. It sent me to kids 22 immediately. If I want to come here to wp/admin, it's not available. Okay. So back to kids 22, log in, and we're back, and we're safer. Because when hackers are looking for your website, for your WordPress website, they will go to growingthekids.com/wp-admin. Okay. Going to see here the dashboard, just for you to see the value. It's on 120 and it's green. You have some of the main issues. You have here the spam protection also. Enable catch on comment forms, yes, if you have it configured. Block spam bot comments, yes, you want to block spam bot comments, because when you have a WordPress website, and you will understand that you have a lot of comments, of spam comments, but a lot of them. So do as much as you can to prevent those spam, okay? Those spam comments. Now you can enable auto block of spam comments IP. Check this box if you want this plugin to automatically block IP addresses which submit spam comments. Yes, if somebody submits a spam comment, it will be blocked, that IP. Okay. So you have a lot of more configurations that you can do on this plugin. As you can see, it keeps on growing, and it gives you here the info on what percentage are from what part. Okay. So some of these things you shouldn't do without understanding exactly what you are doing. So if you need help, we can help you, and you can contact us. You can see in your website, this is the services we are offering. We can do a basic initial audit for $85, and we are going to see all your plugins, what's the status of PHP, the WordPress theme, everything about the SSL certificates, how it is, users and passwords. We can check it. We can check only the users. The passwords we can't check, obviously, but we can check the usernames to see if the wrong usernames are working, and we can change them. And the backup status check, okay? In the audit and solutions package, you have the same of the basic initial audit, and we are going to do the installation of a plugin for backup and the add-on for the plugin for backup that allows unlimited size file backup, which is valued on $69, okay? We also do the installation of plugin all-in-one WP security and firewall, the one that we were just watching. And we will be configuring it for you. So we will have the resolutions of issues found on the audit. And then we have the security services that you have a minimum of 3 months when you buy it. It's a monthly payment of $45, but you will have weekly backups, weekly plugins updates, weekly theme updates, WordPress core updates, support via Google Meet 15 minutes per month when needed, and you will have cloud backups. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, please do all the questions in the chat, or you can reach us through all these channels on our webpage, with our email, operation@gs.com, WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn. Just contact us, and I hope this was helpful for you. We are open to questions. If there are some questions, we are glad to answer them for you. Okay? Okay, if there are no questions, we are going to end it now, and we will be glad to help you when you're back on our website, on our channels. Thank you very much for watching.